Hello, today I've prepared a tutorial video for those who are new to Looker Studio. Looker Studio is Google's data visualization tool. If you've ever worked with data visualization, you've probably searched it for what does a dashboard look like. The search results might have shown you a bunch of complicated looking dashboards that seem hard to create and making your headache even before you start. So in this video, we're going to try something simple and easy to make it enjoyable. We'll use familiar everyday data to get familiar with Looker Studio. Google says Looker Studio is a tool for everyone. Its key feature is that it's easy to use, not just for data experts, but also for hotel managers, restaurant owners, florists, and so on. So let's take that advantage. Today, we're going to build a simple tool. We won't be building a dashboard, but we'll use the tool in a slightly more creative way today. Our goal today is to explore some of Looker Studio's features by playing around with them. First, let's talk about the data we'll use for our tool. Let me share my story. I love going to karaoke. Yes, I am a Korean. One day I went with an Italian friend who's a band vocalist, wanting to introduce her to Korean karaoke culture. And we had a lot of fun, but there was one slight drawback. Since we were born and raised in different countries and are also different ages, there weren't many songs we both knew. So I thought it would be a good idea to find out which songs we both knew beforehand to save time next time we went to karaoke. At that time, I was also really curious about Looker Studio, and I wanted to use it whenever I found an excuse. That's how I ended up making the karaoke tool, and we're going to build that today. Imagine I've requested you to create a tool that, when you search for a song title, tells you whether both of us know it or only one of us does. I'll provide the data for the tool. I'll share a Google Sheet file link in the video description or comments. Please download and open the file. The first step in data visualization is understanding the data. Let's take a look at the data we'll be using. The file is titled Song List, and it contains data on song titles, artist names, album release dates like year, month, day, and Spotify and Apple Music charts rankings, and BPM. At the end, there's a both know column which says yes if both people know the song, I mean my friend and myself, and no otherwise. The last column, song code, is the song number registered on the karaoke machine. Now, shall we start building the tool? Since this is a beginner-friendly video, we'll start with how to access Looker Studio. First, search for Looker Studio on Google. Then click on the search result that says Looker Studio Overview. Then you'll see a page like this. Click on the create new report button here. And if you're using Looker Studio for the very first time, a pop-up like this will appear. Select your country in country, and you can enter your company name in company or leave it as N/A, which means not applicable. However, you must agree to the terms and conditions at the bottom to use the tool. Then click Continue. Next, a window for marketing preferences will appear. When I selected no for all three items, the tool wouldn't work. So To save time, I just selected yes to all. Then you'll see the main page we saw before. Click the Create New Report button again. And then, actually, Looker Studio supports various platforms, a lot of platforms for data sources. And since our data is in a Google Sheets file, we'll select Google Sheets. Next, click the Authorize button to allow Looker Studio to use the data from your Google Sheets. Since we opened the file a little while ago, Looker Studio already knows about it. In the Spreadsheet section, select the file name Song List. Then click the Add button. Read the next pop-up and click Add to Reports. You'll probably see a data sample automatically appear in a table like this. If nothing appears, don't worry, we're not going to use this today anyway. So right-click and select Delete if you have it. Let's start by adding a title to our tool. In the toolbar, click the icon with, let's start by the title. In the toolbar, click the icon with the letter A to add a text box to the blank page. And then type Karaoke Ready : our song list as the title inside the text box. The font size is too small to see properly. Go to the text properties section on the right and increase the font size to 30. Now let's create a search box for song names. From the top menu, select Insert again and then drop down Lists. A drop-down menu has appeared on the canvas. Title is automatically selected, which is the first column of our Google Sheet file. Click on the search box to open it, and you'll see a record count field automatically created on the right. This counts how many song titles are in the Google Sheet file, but we don't need it. We only need song names to appear when we search. So, go to the right, find the metric section, and click the X next to record count to delete the field. It would be nice if the song names appeared in alphabetical order. In the Order section, select Ascending. If you select Descending above it, they'll appear in reverse order from Z to A. Currently, you can select multiple songs. We want only one song to appear as a result per search. To do this, go to the right, select the Style tab, and check the Single Select option. Now it's much easier to select a song title. Next, we'll create a search box for the artist's name. Just like before, from the Insert menu, select Drop-down Lists. Go to the right, delete Record Count in the Matrix section, and select Ascending in the Order section. Then go to the Style tab and select Single Select. It's getting a bit more familiar now that you've done it twice, right? Now that we've created the search boxes, let's create boxes to display the search results. From the Insert, yes, this was the good result, and now we need a box to show the song titles. And from the Insert menu, select drop-down list. Oh no, scorecard this time, sorry. And then we will have this automatically displayed bread count. It seems to appear automatically because a count is a metric. What we want to use is a dimension, not a metric. So in the primary field section on the right, select dimension. Then the song title automatically appears. I just talked about dimensions and metrics. For those who might not know, dimensions and metrics are types of data handled in data visualization tools. Dimensions categorize data. They answer what. Metrics quantify data. They answer how much. For example, a song title is a dimension, and the number of song title is a metric. So, is an artist name a dimension or a metric? Yes, it's a dimension. How about average BPM? Yes, that's a metric. And the album release year? Yes, that's a dimension. Some people think that if data is numbers, it's a metric, and if it's text, it's a dimension. That's not true. Simply put, you can think of a metric as a calculated value of a dimension, such as counting, maximum or minimum values, summed value, or averaging. Now that we've created a box to display the song name, let's create a box to display the artist name. From the Insert menu, select Scorecard again, and select the dimension on the right. Let's test if the search boxes are working correctly. When I search for FL, all song names containing F and L appear. If I select flowers from the results, the song title, flowers, and the artist Miley Cyrus appear correctly in the result boxes. It's good that the song name and artist name appear, but wouldn't it be even better if the karaoke code also showed up? That would save time by not having to search separately at the karaoke place, and if we save time, we can sing more songs. Again, from the Insert menu, select Scorecard. On the right, select Dimension. However, this time, the column we want is not selected. In such cases, you can manually select the column name. After selecting Dimension, choose Song Code from below. When I selected Super as the song name, 17 was displayed correctly as the artist name, and Null appeared for the song code. Is null here an error? No, null was entered in our data file. So, if a song is registered on the karaoke machine, the number appears, and if not, null appears. So, this is normal. However, I just think null looks a bit stiff. I'd like my tool to respond to me with a proper sentence when I use it. To do this, we need to change null to a specific sentence. Go to the right, select Add a field, then select Add Calculated field. Until now, we've only used existing fields, but this time we'll create our own. What we want is, if the song code value is null, it should display no karaoke code as a sentence, with a sad face. To do this, we'll learn a simple expression. I started by saying if. So if is the beginning of our expression. If what is null? The song code is null. If the song code is what? Null. If the song code is null, what was it? Display no karaoke code. So when you write an expression in Looker Studio, it tells you what the expression needs. Our if clause requires a condition, a result to display if the condition is true, and an otherwise result. If the song code is null, is the condition, and display the sentence is the result when true. What's missing is the otherwise result. So if the song code is not null and has a karaoke code, what should happen? It should display that karaoke code, right? Therefore, for the last part of the expression, you select and insert the song code field. Let's review again. If the condition is song code is null. The result, if true, is display the sentence. And the otherwise result is display the value of the song code field. Yeah, like this. It looks like this. I I wrote I used the same color for the same part of the expression. So please enter the expression as described. Now let's name the field we created. Let's call it karaoke code. A word of caution, don't click the done button first. If you do, it won't be saved and you'll have to start over. First, click the save button at the bottom to save, and then click the done button at the top. Our canvas still doesn't have the karaoke code field we just created. On the right, select the field you just made. Now the tool responds to us with a sentence. Looks good. Now when I select a song, I want it to display whether my friend and I know it. From the Insert menu, select Scorecard. On the right, when I select Dimension, it shows No. This time, instead of just yes or no, I want a proper sentence. Just like before, select Add a field on the right, and then select Add Calculated field. What we want the tool to do is, if both of us know the song, which means both know is yes, it should say yes, time for do it. And if not, it should say nope, but let's wing it anyway. The red part are the ingredients that will go into the expression. Would you like to try writing the expressions yourself this time? Pause the video for a moment and take as much time as you need to complete the expression. Alright, if the expression looks like this, it will work as we want it to. If both no is yes, then yes sentence, otherwise nope sentence. Did you write it correctly? We'll name the field results. Don't forget to save first, then click the done button. On the right, when you select the result field, you can see that the result is displayed as a sentence. It would be nice to have a title for the result box. On the right, select the Style tab, activate Show Title, and then enter a title you liked below. Let's go with Song We Both Know with a question mark. And to make it clear at a glance whether the content is positive or negative, if both of us know the song, I want the result to be displayed in green, and if not, in red. To do that, go to the right and under Conditional Formatting, click Add. For the color type, since we are using one color per sentence, keep it as a single color. For the format role, if you select equals in the Select a Condition field, you'd have to enter the entire sentence in the input value field. So let's use start with instead and just put yes in the input value. This will apply the result to the sentence that starts with yes. In color and style, select green for the text. Then click the Save button. Now let's add the red color. Just like with the condition for the green one, select Start with and Nope this time. Then set the text color to red and click the Save button. Now the result sentences have a color. Let's test it out. When I search for and select Ditto as the song title, the result sentence appears in green, saying we both know the song. We've put everything we need, but it looks a bit plain. How about adding a background image? In the toolbar, select the mountain-shaped icon to add an image file. And please download the image I shared via link in the video description or comments and add it. After opening the image file, drag it to match the height of the canvas. The height matches, but there's empty space on the right side. Settings for the canvas can be found in the Page menu. Select Current Page Settings from Page. Then on the right, select Style, choose Custom for the canvas size, and enter 1024 for both width and height below. After that, drag the image file to fit the canvas size. It's good that we brought in the image file, but none of the objects we've created are visible. Right-click on the image file, then select Order and Send to Back. The image file went to the back, but the text is not very visible. Let's change the font to improve visibility. First, for the title, change the color to white, size to 56, font to Orbitron, and style to bold. For the title search box, let's make the color white, font Orbitron, button size 30, and list size 20. Apply the same settings to the artist name search box. For the song title result box, let's make the color pink, size 48, and font Verdana. Apply the same to the artist name results box. For karaoke code, select yellow for the color, 48 for the size, and railway for the font. For the result of whether we both know the song, for the title, the size is 28, font Orbitron, and color white. For the part where the data value is displayed, set the size to 48 and select this option, Hide Field Name, to make the field name result disappear for better visualization. The bold red text is not very visible. Let's change the bold red and green colors we set earlier to lighter shades. On the right, click on the rule that is already applied. Click the Edit button and then select light green for the yes sentence. For the nope sentence, select light red. After that, click the Save button and close the pop-up box. Now all the font colors are lighter, but they still don't stand out as much as I thought they would. This is a method I've used for a long time, so it might be a bit basic or old-fashioned, but it's a way to solve this within Looker Studio without using other image-related tools out there, so I'll briefly show you. In the toolbar, click on the square and then select a rectangle. Draw a rectangle, then drag it to fit the canvas size. Then on the right, set the shape color to black and lower the opacity to 50%. Right-click on the image file, then select Order and Send Backward. If you select Send to Back, the rectangle would go behind even the background image, which wouldn't be useful. So select Send Backward to move it back just one layer. Since we have 7 objects, as you select it 7 times, the objects will light up one by one. Now let's see how our created tool looks to others. Click View in the top right. Since it's confirmed to be visible correctly, I think it's time to share the tool with my friend. Click the Share button in the top right and then select Unlisted in the link settings section. This way, anyone who receives the link can view the tool. click the Save button. Click the small downward pointing triangle button next to Share in the top right to get the link. When the pop-up appears, click the copy icon on the right to copy the link. Open a new tab in your browser and paste the link into the address bar. Press Enter and you'll see our tool displayed correctly. But don't forget to name your tool when you go back to edit mode. Otherwise, it will appear as untitled on the Looker Studio main screen. And when you have many such files, it gets confusing. So it's good to name them beforehand. So far, we've created a karaoke tool, and it would be great to make it even cooler by making some modifications from this state by yourself. Maybe you could change the tool's name, you could add emojis to the text to make it more cuter, or you could change the background image to something different, or you could try different font types or colors, or you could use different objects. In addition, it would be great to utilize these various menus. Pay close attention to the menus highlighted in red and try using them. Also play around with the functions in the toolbar and the filters. And if you're willing to delve deeper, it would be great to look into the data again. Today, we only used some of the columns in the file, but there was actually much more data, such as release date data, chart rankings, and BPM. Although we didn't create a dashboard in this video, if you're interested in data analysis, these types of sentences are common business questions. So it'd be great to try creating a dashboard using the data in the file. You can also create other questions yourself and build dashboards. You can do that too. And feel free to share your dashboard links in the comments section to show them off. But most importantly, I hope you found data visualization enjoyable. I often create dashboards in different styles. There's a joy in discovering new things. So yeah, I hope this video serves as an opportunity for you to get hooked on creating dashboards, starting with your own data. Thank you.